Alright, one more topic I wanted to talk about today was how to build a travel budget. One personal experience of mine is I went to Spain this past July, paid for my airfare, everything, had money in the bank, showed up with $1 to my name. $1 in my pocket, no money in my checking account, no money in my savings account. You don't want to do that. It's very stressful. I recovered, obviously, and I've already bought my Mandarin program and everything, and still have some money in the bank. But you don't want to do that. That's not smart. So I'll admit it, I'm stupid. So how do you build a travel budget that works? I've learned a couple things. Okay. First of all, if you've never been somewhere, and don't bother doing research or anything, when you look at your estimate, and even if you're being generous with yourself, double it. Double it. That's how you're going to make sure that you don't exceed, don't exceed your budget. So, anyway, I like Excel. Excel is one of my favorite programs. So, I've gone ahead and made an income tracking log. I'm a waiter, so I don't get paid a paycheck. If I do get paid a paycheck, it's like $6.37, okay? So it's not anything to write home about. So anyway, so what I have done is, I have two jobs. I'm a waiter. I mostly post videos at my hotel job. And so I put my tips here in one column every night that I work. And then I put my paycheck if I receive one here. I have my other job, and whenever I get a paycheck from them, I put it in. And then if I have some random other income from people who owe me money or whatever, I go ahead and put it in there. I then have an end of the week total. I have an end of the month total. I have goals, like how much I'd like to make it, how much if I look at my schedule and I see I'm on, for a Friday night shift, I want to make $100 tips. And then I have a running track of the goal. And then I have my hours logged at my hotel job, because I can't put in that I'm making money every single day, but at least I know how many hours should be on my check when I work. So, got some overtime on the hotel job, so that'll be a nice check when I receive it in like 3.5 weeks. So anyways, that's part one. Make sure you're keeping track of how much you're making, and then keep track of your expenses. I got another expenses spreadsheet. I have the date of the expense, I have how much it was, and I have what it was for. Okay, so it was my cousin's birthday. I gave her $20 cash. It's a miscellaneous expense. And my phone, my car insurance, etc., etc. Anyway, so I have a running list of my expenses. That way I can sort them out. I can figure out what I'm spending on what, where I can trim my spending, etc., etc. Okay? So then I have my long-term projected income versus my long-term projected expenses. I can average. I underestimate, but I average what my average weekly take-home is from my restaurant job. I have set hours at the hotel job, so unless they ask me to work more, it's going to be a certain amount. So I have that in there. I have it multiplied times 85% at the hotel, because that's what gets taken out for taxes. And then I have my restaurant job. All my paycheck goes towards paying taxes. All my hourly gets contributed to that. So my take home is my take home. And then, let's see. So I do if I can't understand my equation, I write a summary here, and just a note, just to make sure that I know what exactly that equation's doing. And then I have a total, putting the two together here. I also plan on selling my car, so I put the minimum value I'd sell my car for, since I plan on being gone for a long time. And then I start planning out my expenses. So, for example, I have plane tickets on here. I have the deposit for my class that I just paid for a couple days ago. I have the Rosetta Stone program that I just paid for. I have my running current expenses, such as my phone, my car insurance, etc., etc. And then I have what I think I'm going to spend in China. The cost of my the cost of my class when I get there. I want to buy a backpacking pack, and then I have miscellaneous expenses as well. So let's see. Then I logged a bunch of flights and how much they cost, where they're going to, what day they depart, return, etc. I have a running account of what my actual income versus my actual expenses, the differences, and then I have a projected income by date here, so how much I think I'm going to have when. These are all written up with equations, and they take out certain amounts of money and add in certain amounts of money according to paydays. My underestimated tips and stuff like that, and then over here it subtracts what big ticket items I think I'm gonna have to pay for, like my backpacking pack, my plane ticket, etc. And then at the bottom how much I'll have left over. So anyway, that's just how I'm building a budget. There are many ways to build a budget. Talk to somebody you trust. If you're younger, maybe your parents, if that works for you. Talk to somebody you trust, somebody who understands finances, to help you build your budget. And then you always want to have enough money in your bank account by the time you get somewhere, after all your anticipated expenses are, in case you have to buy a last-minute plane ticket home. Something goes down, you're in a third world country, you need to leave, you need to be able to do that. So, sometimes there are trade blocks, like you can't send money to Iran right now. It's very difficult to send money home to Iran because of the sanctions that the United States and the world are putting on Iran. So you need to have that money with you, cash, in case you need to leave. I'm not saying you're going to go to Iran, but that's just an example. So, anyway, if you have any questions about building a budget, I'm sure you can find some tips online, but again, you can ask me what I'm doing, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I have no problem telling people what I make or whatever. I also work like 80 hours a week because I want to leave soon, so I work a lot. All I do is work. So, work and sleep and eat, and I spend most of my time working. So, anyway, have a wonderful day.